Tobago's oil spill disaster. Owners of Gulfstream and the Solo Creed still not known. And schools to reopen following closure due to health and safety concerns. Good evening, I'm Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. Topping the news tonight, the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries has engaged oil spill specialists to aid in the ongoing oil recovery and survey and plans to conduct cargo lightering and wreck removal in Tobago following the major oil spill. An international partnership comprising TNT Salvage LLC and QT Environmental Incorporated, both subject matter experts and licensed oil spill removal organizations, will assist with these tasks. According to a media release from the Ministry of Energy, the mobilization of the international team includes a salvage master who will oversee the hydrographic survey, while their commercial dive crew will be utilized to assess and plug leaks utilizing surface supplied air. Based on the initial survey findings, the salvage team will coordinate with other local and international organizations and stakeholders on the ground in Tobago to install a layered surface oil recovery program. The international experts will also utilize underwater non-floating oil detection systems to ensure all oil is identified to maximize oil recovery. The difficulties in identifying the owner of either the Gulfstream or Solo Creed vessels indicate a connection with illicit activities. International investigative journalists and other entities have been tracking the rapid growth of illegal fuel trade with sanctioned countries such as Russia, Iran, and Venezuela for several years, with difficulties in identifying the players. The circumstance of the Gulfstream vessel being shipwrecked in Cove, leaking its contents into the water, seems to be connected with the illegal fuel trade. It is a situation that political activist Pierce Robinson believes should not be ignored.
The central government is warning citizens to ignore conspiracy theories aired on social media regarding the circumstances of how the Gulfstream vessel ended up at Cove, leaking a fuel-like substance. Minister of Energy and Energy Industries Stuart Young told Parliament on Friday that identifying the ownership of the vessel has not been an easy task.
Our information from the Maritime Division and the Ministry of Works and Transport and other experts are there over 350 vessels that are named Gulfstream. We have to deal with facts. We have engaged Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard and engaging with a number of intelligence agencies.
While he is correct regarding the multitude of vessels christened Gulfstream, there are some other glaring facts. The vessel was being towed by Solo Creed tugboat, which is not the only name it is identified by, according to political activist Pierce Robinson, and supported by several ship tracking websites.
Well, the vessel has multiple names. The vessel known as Ranger, Margie, Solo Creed. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they've harboring other names as well.
It is also carrying a Tanzanian flag, further complicating the identification of owners. The Gulfstream barge also has a curious identification. According to information shared by the maritime attorney Nairi Alfonso in the Trinidad Express, it bears a different name.
But in her article, she suggests that, it's known as a coolie boy, and it is flagged by Tanzania, right? She suggests in her article today that it is owned by Ghana, and it was not oil but refined products.
Its registration details are also elusive. While Guyana is a growing producer of oil, it does not yet have the capabilities to refine it. Testing on the fuel-like substance is currently ongoing, but if it is refined fuel, it validates its reported destination by the Ministry of National Security. Information from reliable sources in Guyana suggests there is a level of illegal fuel trade happening with the players in its industry, the extent of which is unknown. Meanwhile, the situation is being monitored by international bodies and investigators such as Syntax Thea. They were able to map the journey from its last known port of call in Aruba on January 20th before turning off its AIS responders on February 4th as it approached Trinidad and Tobago.
Because what it does is that it uses high-end artificial intelligence to connect and monitor the global base, and it was able to geolocate the sites of the vessel and the tug.
Bloomberg News is one of the international investigative journalism teams monitoring the illegal fuel trade over the past few years. The information suggests that larger unknown players are using covert middlemen to transport fuel across the world. Robinson explains this to be illegal bunkering.
They typically would fill up a smaller ship like a barge to, engage in their nefarious activities.
It is called ship-to-ship transfer, and often older and decommissioned vessels are used with questionable identification. Global Financial Integrity estimates the illegal fuel trade is worth at least US $5.2 billion to US $11.9 billion annually. Sanctioned countries across Russia, Iran, Libya, and Venezuela are believed to be the heart of the illegal trade. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Scarborough Secondary and Lambo Anglican Primary Schools will reopen tomorrow after being closed for a week due to poor air quality stemming from the oil spill. The schools were closed as a safety measure. Tutor Tobago officer Braden Roberts is pleased with the news and promised to follow up to ensure that teachers and students are safe upon their return. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
Following a temporary shutdown brought on by the recent oil spill, the Division of Education, Research and Technology informed the public that Scarborough Secondary School and Lambo Anglican Primary Schools will resume on Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. A media release noted that the extensive procedures such as comprehensive building inspections and air quality testing were done to ensure the schools met and surpassed important safety requirements. Tutor Tobago officer Braden Roberts said it is excellent news that the schools are reopening, as all stakeholders met on Sunday, February 18th, 2024 to discuss the way forward.
However, it's great news. The concern, though, is that unlike the last time, there was no consultation this time. And we have the different groupings not certain as to what was done. So we would have to assume that all is in good standing and look forward to things flowing as normal tomorrow.
Roberts intends to be at schools on Wednesday morning to ensure that teachers and students are safe and healthy.
That would be the attempt in the morning to ensure that all is well. But I would trust the release in that all that needs to be done is done, and we should have a successful reopening come tomorrow.
According to the Division of Education, during the school's closure, students were engaged in remote learning. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
More news coming up after the break. Stay with us.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Do more, live more.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Stobie Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990, and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salad. salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Thanks for staying with us. It has not been easy to clean up the oil spill from the 15-kilometer shoreline following the capsizing of the Gulf Stream vessel at Cove, but some success is experienced. Already a lot of the fuel-like substance has been cleared up from some areas, while others are proving to be a little more challenging. Members of the media were treated to a special tour of the various sites where work is ongoing. Reporter Candice Jackson and cameraman Aaron Primus were a part of the tour, and here are the details.
Oil spill cleanup is happening simultaneously in several areas based on priority. One of those areas is near the old licensing office in Shore Park. The proliferation of the fuel-like substance in the area caused 2 schools to close their doors. Work is ongoing during the day and at night to remove it from the rocky shoreline and improve the air quality. Additionally, air quality monitoring equipment is being installed, according to Environmental Program Officer for the EMA Tobago office, Jillian Santos Claus.
We're setting up the air monitoring station. These are different parameters we are monitoring here. It will be operational by tomorrow morning, and the system is temporarily set here so that we will be monitoring the air quality that will be impacting the area along here.
At the Thompson Bridge in Lambo, Chief Secretary Fali Augustin shared that the intent is to prevent more fuel-like substances from spreading further inland when the tide is high.
Both the absorbent boom, which is those in the white, and then the regular ones such as those in the orange and the yellow. The orange one might be about 24 inches. And we're preventing any material from going further up inside.
At this time, there's little that can be done about the roadway at the corner of Cemetery Street and Milford Road because
that material coming on the roadway, if rain falls, if it gets wet, then it becomes even much more difficult to traverse here. And it doesn't make sense washing it down. We wash it down today, in the next few minutes it will be back on the roadway again.
It has to remain closed until the threat is eliminated. Meanwhile, special attention is being placed on the wildlife that may come into contact with the fuel-like substance. A special triage area has been set up at Petitru Beach to clean the animals such as caiman, frogs, birds, crabs and snakes, according to Syed Ali, Managing Director of Serpentarium.
They were going to work with it for about 15 minutes or so, and afterwards the animal will be secured in an enclosure, and again it would, depending on the severity of it, or if it needs washing again, they would then work with it again, and then we would then keep the animal for a while for observation. And
after it is safe to return to the wild, they are transferred into a different area. At Cove, on the shorefront facing the Gulf Stream wreck, it has been designated as Ground Zero. There, a collaboration of experts from Trinidad and Tobago is taking place. It includes Ambipar, a company from Spain, coordinating the operations, as explained by Sergio Lombard, Scene Commander.
We have a decontamination area, and basically here you have all the extraction equipment, skimmers, frac tanks that we are going to use for removing the oil from the sea.
Ambipar has also been instrumental in sourcing information on the Gulf Stream, which will further assist the cleanup efforts.
We are going to use an ROV, and we have already secured the blueprints of the vessel. We have rich information from the original owners of the unit and from American operators that has been working in the boat. And using this information, we will try to understand how it's going to be the next step of the operation.
Despite the challenging and complicated operation, all of the experts expressed confidence that the situation is under control and progressing well. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The Innovative Democratic Alliance hosted a press conference addressing topical matters in Tobago. Political leader of the party, Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus, spoke about the oil spill that has impacted Tobago. She had some questions she believes need to be answered. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Dr. Soyafat Angus commended TEMA, their director Alan Stewart, local and international agencies and volunteers for their efforts in cleaning up the oil spill. However, she said that the spill brings to the fore many questions that must be answered.
What is the economic impact on the short-term, medium-term and long-term livelihood of Tobagonians? Who is responsible for, and to what extent are they responsible for, the security of our borders in Tobago?
Soyafat Angus questioned if there was a capacity issue that the island could not fully grasp or if it was one of negligence. Furthermore, Dr. Soyafat Angus asked who was accountable and if they would be held responsible for the dilemma.
And what is the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago through the Prime Minister and the Chief Secretary to get things done in a timely manner, since the aftermath of this oil spill requires both technical expertise and political cooperation to navigate these waters?
The IDA leaders shared that last week they expressed that the spill's impact on the economy and the island's way of life will most likely surpass the impact of the 1963 Hurricane Flora.
The long-term impact on the environment, marine life, tourism, workforce, and even the health of our people can be valued into billions of the impact on the economy.
Dr. Soyafat Angus said that a comprehensive and scientific assessment is needed to determine the affected areas, the degree of pollution, and the potential long-term influences and consequences on the environment, health, and livelihood. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
If the Salaries Review Commission (SRC) recommended salary hikes for public officials are accepted, the Prime Minister would become the highest paid public official in Trinidad and Tobago. The Commission recommended increasing the Prime Minister's monthly salary from $59,680 to $80,000. The President's salary would increase from $64,270 to $73,920. The recommendations were made in the SRC's 117th report, which was tabled in the House of Representatives on Friday. Additionally, the SRC recommended increasing the opposition leader's salary from $29,590 to $47,500. If the Cabinet accepts the SRC's report, it will take effect from October 1st, 2020, and the officials will be paid arrears. Other officials to receive pay hikes are MPs, Cabinet Ministers, non-Cabinet members, the Senate President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Commissioner of Police. The Public Relations Officer of the Innovative Democratic Alliance, Kate Trotman, raised the issue of the proposal to raise parliamentarians' income. Trotman described the recommendations as tone-deaf. She said that people are still experiencing the effects of the pandemic.
It makes us wonder if our politicians and our parliamentarians are truly in touch with the people on the ground that they are here to serve.
She said public servants could get up to 4% wage increase since some of them are living on a 2013 salary, comparing it to the percentages of increase parliamentarians can receive.
That it is fit to increase the salaries of senior parliamentarians, of senior public servants, between 15 to 60% in some cases.
The IDA questioned the methodology used to develop the proposed figures. Trotman questioned parliamentarians' performance and if they were serving the people.
What has been the performance of our senior servants, public servants, that they are more deserving of a rate of increase in salary way beyond what was approved for public servants just recently?
Trotman said that equity must be considered in their approach And if parliamentarians are due for a raise in salary, it would be fair to consider the same level of increase for public servants. Up next, the minority feels disrespected by the tourism secretary. The details when we return.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Welcome back. Minority leader Kelvin Morris says he feels disrespected by Tourism Secretary Tashia Boris. On Sunday, 18th of February 2024, Boris went live on Facebook in an attempt to respond to Morris, who challenged her latest tourism statistics. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank brings the details.
Minority leader Kelvin Morris said because his team challenged the latest statistics shared by the Division of Tourism, Secretary of the Division, Councillor Tashia Boris, labeled them as unwashed and illiterate.
I don't think anywhere else in the world, any society would accept a public figure, someone who took an oath of office to uphold the Constitution and the law without fear or favor, malice or ill will to none, would accept this kind of behavior.
Morris said that because Tobagonians did not go with the flow of the visitor arrival figures and he challenged the numbers, the Tourism Secretary is lashing out.
And rather than humbling yourself, rather than acknowledging the errors of your ways, you chose to go on a live to cuss Tobagonians and to call everybody who understand and appreciate that the figures that you provided may not be accurate, call them illiterate and unwashed.
Morris said he feels insulted by those who are supposed to be in charge of Tobago and called on the Chief Secretary to remove Boris as Tourism Secretary.
And if this is the behavior of a leader, when faced with compelling information showing that the information that they put out was inaccurate, and rather than be humble and rather than come to the people and apologize, and even explain.
On Wednesday, 14th February, the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation reported a 27.9% increase in international visitors to the island in January 2024 when compared to the same period last year. The release noted that approximately 27,899 people visited the island. This figure was challenged by the minority leader, who noted that only persons who disembark cruise ships and stay overnight can be considered visitors, and that based on his research, the accommodation sector is struggling. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
School violence is a major concern in Trinidad and Tobago. Most recently, 2 students of Signal Hill Secondary School got into an altercation, resulting in one of them being stabbed multiple times. But what's the root of the problem? Well, clinical traumatologist and youth development specialist Hanif Benjamin gave insight into the many factors that cause young people to act out through violence. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Hanif Benjamin said he has observed that young people are angry, and this anger is reflected in the way they fight, interact, communicate, and in the music they listen to.
And I also think what is fundamentally different is that our young people, they have not found a voice to explain this anger. They themselves don't understand it.
Benjamin said if they don't understand their anger, they can't express how they feel. He also believes that the youth do not trust the adults in the room to express their feelings, leaving them to feel alone.
That is a fundamental difference from then to now. Then we had a neighborhood, we had a community, we had church in a different light where people came home. Young people was able to, talk and express how they feel to people.
Furthermore, he listed the isolation children faced during the pandemic as a factor. He said they haven't learned the art of face-to-face contact.
So it means that if our young people have not found a way to navigate their voice, then the action. Our youth speak 2 ways and 2 ways only, through emotion and behaviors, both of which we are seeing very dysregulated in our school system.
Moreover, Benjamin raised the family as an issue, such as parents being too busy to spend time with their children and being more focused on their jobs. He also said the lack of church involvement is a contributor to school violence. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
More news after the break. Stay with us.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Welcome back. As the cleanup work continues, a major question remains unanswered. Who is the owner of the Gulfstream wreck, which got wrecked on the reef near Cove Estate and continues to leak a fuel-like substance? The Ministry of National Security reported that it is actively working on identifying it, as well as the Solo Creed tugboat, which was towing the barge. However, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine stated that they are not waiting on the ministry's result and are simultaneously conducting their own search.
I can tell you that we are getting some leads, and at the most appropriate time, once we have the necessary confirmations, because I will not put out speculations. For the things I am unsure of, I will ask questions publicly and strategically to see what answers I receive.
While he did not share some of the information that has since been gathered, they were able to obtain the schematics of the Gulfstream vessel, which would aid more in the containment efforts. However, Augustine noted that there is a degree of nefarious activities associated with the vessel.
At this present time, there is a stronger motive for whomever is the current owner to not come forward, to hide their tracks as much as possible, and to cover up themselves as much as possible. And I wish we were a lot more tactful with how we treated with that information, so that we could truly catch in the shortest possible time.
Part of the THA's investigation hinges on the ability to determine exactly what the fuel-like substance is. So far, tests have provided some answers from the Institute of Marine Affairs.
Is a diesel-like substance. It is heavy, so it is not a very refined product. And notwithstanding that, they are coming back to do additional taps, right? And that's why the ROV is working today.
Hopefully, the experts will be able to extract a clean sample from inside the ship without any contamination from seawater, and then the fingerprinting of the oil can be conducted. Now for the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight, expect generally fair weather with a few isolated showers. Temperatures will drop to 24 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, anticipate mainly sunny conditions with a breeze, although there may be a brief spell of partly cloudy weather with the possibility of 1 or 2 isolated showers. Temperatures are forecasted to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees. Seas will be moderate with waves reaching up to 2 meters in open waters and below 1.2 meters in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:21 a.m. and sunset is at 6:11 p.m. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Ministry of Energy engages oil specialists to assist with Tobago's oil spill disaster. Owners of Gulfstream and Solo Creed still not known. And schools to reopen following closure due to health and safety concerns. I am Kristen Salandi. Have a good night.